Hey guys, today we are making 4 easy springtime soups. Now of course these would be perfect for any time of year, but I just love having these in that season in between winter and spring when it's getting warmer but the nights are still chilly and it's a little bit rainy and dreary. They are still super hearty and comforting but full of nice fresh veggies. So we will be making my Potsticker Soup, Chicken Pot Pie Soup, New England Clam Chowder, and Italian Lentil Soup. So let's go get started. So in my large pot, I drizzled a little bit of olive oil and turned the heat on to medium. And then I have 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. You could use shiitake, white, whatever, baby bella, whatever's on sale. And we just want to saute that for a few minutes and add in 4 cloves of garlic minced and 1 tablespoon of ginger minced, or you can buy the little tube of ginger paste. And we just want to saute that for about a minute. And then I'm adding in 6 cups of stock. You could use vegetable or chicken, whatever you prefer. And then I am also adding in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and we just want to bring this to a boil. And once it's boiling, we're going to add in about 20 ounces of frozen pot stickers, along with about 3 green onions thinly sliced, and 3 baby bok choy that I cut the ends off of and separated the leaves. And we just want to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the pot stickers are cooked through. I have noticed that depending on the brand, the cook time may be a little different, so make sure you check the package. And then we are going to turn off the heat and stir in 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil, any salt and pepper to taste. And then we are going to serve this with some more green onions, and if you like a little bit of spice, some garlic chili sauce. This one has become a new favorite, especially for lunches. We make this all the time. It's really super quick and easy, and it's so light and fresh while also being really filling. So now let's move on to my chicken pot pie soup. So I have 4 tablespoons of butter melted in my pot here over medium heat, and I am adding in 2 cups of carrots, 1 cup of celery, and 1 small onion, all finely diced. And we just want to cook that for about 5 minutes or until the vegetables start to become tender. And then I'm going to add in 3 cloves of minced garlic and cook that for an additional 30 seconds to 1 minute. And then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of flour, and that's what's going to help thicken this soup. And we just want to cook that for about 30 seconds just to get that raw flour taste out of there. And then I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken stock, along with 2 cups of potatoes that I peeled and diced, and some dried thyme, sage, celery seed, and salt and pepper to taste. And then we just want to bring it to a boil and then turn the heat down to a simmer. And we're going to cook that for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the potatoes are nice and tender. So then we're going to add in 2 cups of cooked chicken, either shredded or diced, 1 cup of milk or half and half, 1 cup of frozen peas, and 1 cup of frozen corn. And then we just want to cook that an additional 5 minutes or until everything is heated through. And then it's ready to serve. I love pairing this with some nice biscuits or bread, so you still get that kind of chicken pot pie sort of feel. And this has always been one of our favorite soups. If you love chicken pot pie, then you are guaranteed to love this because it's basically just the filling of a chicken pot pie, but just a little bit thinner. And it's really, really family friendly, crowd pleaser, great for a quick dinner. All right, so now let's move on to my New England Clam Chowder. So I have 3 slices of bacon that I'm cooking in the bottom of my pot because we want that bacon grease to start the soup with. add that extra flavor. So once they're nice and crispy, I'm just going to remove them and crumble them and set them aside. And then to that bacon grease, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. And then I have 1 small onion that I diced. And we're just going to cook that for about 5 minutes or until the onions are softened. And then I'm going to add in 2 cloves of garlic and just cook that an additional 30 seconds to a minute. You don't want to burn it. So next up, we are going to add in 3 tablespoons of flour, and again, that is going to thicken the soup a little bit. Now, if you are gluten-free, you can use cornstarch in place of the flour in these soups. It will thicken it the same way. So then I'm adding in 1 cup of vegetable or chicken stock, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of half and half or heavy cream, 8 ounces of clam juice, and then I have 2 cans of diced clams. You want to drain them and add that juice in as well and save the clams on the side because we don't want to overcook the clams and make them rubbery. So just pop those in the fridge for now. And then I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, along with dried thyme, oregano, parsley, salt and pepper, and then I'm going to add in 2 cups of potatoes, peeled and diced, as well as a half a cup of celery diced. Now, funny story, and just being honest here, my celery went bad really fast. I've never seen anything like it. I went to take it out of the fridge and it flopped over. And I was like, well, okay. So I put some green onions in just because I wanted some, a little pop of green color. But I don't want to deceive you guys. I'm not trying to pretend that that is celery, but these things happen, So then we just want to bring that to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, and cook for about 25 to 30 minutes or until it's nice and thickened and the potatoes are cooked through. And then we're going to add those clams in and cook an additional 5 minutes just to warm those up. And then serve with that crumbled bacon on top. This soup is just a classic for spring and summer. I live in New England, but it's just one of those things that reminds me of being in a beach town on a rainy, chilly evening. It's just so comforting and satisfying. And now last but certainly not least is my Italian lentil soup. So I have 1 pound of ground Italian sausage that I am just cooking and breaking up in the bottom of the pot here. And then once that is all cooked through, we're going to add in 1 small onion, a half a cup of celery, and a half a cup of carrots, all finely diced, along with 1 cup of zucchini diced. And again, it's just a nice way to get some of those spring, summer vegetables in here a little bit. It makes it all feel a little bit lighter. So once that's cooked, after about 5 minutes or so, we're going to add in 2 cloves of minced garlic, as well as a 1/4 cup of tomato paste and 1 pound of dried lentils. And I will say, if you've never really worked with lentils before, make sure you pour the bag out on a plate or a sheet pan and check for pebbles, because I have bitten into a pebble quite a few times when making lentil soup. So make sure you really check that over. And we just want to pour those in and give it a good stir and kind of toast them for a minute. And then I'm adding in 6 cups of beef stock, along with dried oregano, basil, and thyme, and seasoning with salt and pepper. And then we just want to bring this to a boil, turn the heat down to a simmer, cover it, and cook for about 30 to 35 minutes or until the lentils are softened and cooked through. And then I just like to serve this with some grated Parmesan and some fresh herbs. And again, a soup that is super nice and hearty, packed full of protein, and would normally feel like a really heavy soup, but by adding in that nice fresh zucchini and some fresh herbs, it just lightens it up and makes it a little bit nicer for springtime. I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along and making 4 easy springtime soups with me. I know I haven't been posting as frequently lately, and if you saw my post the other day, it's because we were away on vacation, prepping for vacation before that. So we are getting back into the swing of things, and I've got some really exciting recipes coming up this month, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.